Hello and welcome to Click to Unlock's video walkthrough of the new game called Journey. Journey is a PlayStation Network game made by that game company, famous for games like Flower and Flow. And well, what can I say about Journey? This is an absolutely beautiful game, and I recommend anyone and everyone who owns a PlayStation simply has to play it. So I'll let you just enjoy this intro sequence without me waffling on, because it's beautiful. Right, okay, well, this is the start of the level. I'm not too sure what you are, some kind of Jawa type creature, but absolutely beautiful how it works. The sand, the movement, the camera, it's all very intuitive and works extremely well. Not entirely sure what you're supposed to be doing. The story develops as you go through the game, but even then, I'm still not entirely sure what is going on. But it's very, very nice indeed. You kind of awake in the middle of the desert, as you can see here, and you climb this little mound, which reveals, as we shall see here, this mountain. Right, so the game begins proper now, and this is you taking control of your little guy here, and you're trying to work out what to do. I'm just having a little look around. You can walk in any direction. You can't just walk endlessly into the desert. If you walk too far, the winds blow you back and keep you from becoming too adventurous. So the game does keep you kind of penned in, but it never really feels like you're really penned in. It's a very nice illusion of freedom in keeping everything going, but within a confined space. And scattered throughout the desert, you'll come across these sort of ruins jutting out, buried. Looks like they've been buried for millions of years. But they're all over the place, and sometimes you have to explore and find them, which is one of the key elements to the game, especially the replay value. And then you'll find these artifacts everywhere. Here we have one of the main elements of the game. These artifacts, as you can see, kind of have this special effect on you and grow your sort of scarf, as it were. I don't know, hood thing. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but ultimately it allows you to power up on these floating bits of material, and it gives you the ability to jump. The real key element here is that the more of these symbols that you can discover throughout the world, the longer your scarf, and that means the longer you can fly. At the beginning, as you can see, it's quite short how much you can fly with a full charge, as it were, and that. But in later stages of the game, you really can get a long scarf and get a long flying time going. And there's plenty of these little power-up things around the levels, and it's just all about exploring, really, and all about finding these lost things in the desert, which gives you little hints and clues as to why you are here. See in this ruin here, another element of the hidden things in the game. If you find all of these sort of secret tablets of information. If you find all of them, there's an achievement for all of them. You can go and look at our complete guide. It's called Historian. If you discover all of them, you can go and see that video on the Click to Unlock channel. There'll be a link somewhere to it, or we've got all of the locations of all of them. This area is the sort of gateway. It's the opening level of the game, and each one of those areas that you can see gives you a direct link to the beginning of each level in the game. So it's a way of, when you replay it, you don't have to keep going through the entire story. You can just jump to one of them gates, and there's a nice little picture that will show you what point of the game that will take you to. As you can see, the little white dots. But for purposes of this talk through, we're going to basically keep on the path that the standard path of the story to show you the entire journey in its entirety. So here we learn a little skill that's really quite useful here, and that is when you have multiple bits of cloth like this, you can do these super high jumps by using your little calling. It's the only thing you can do really, the only communication thing you can do is the calling signal, and when you do a big one of them, there's another one of those symbols, so the scarf gets longer. But yeah, if you do one of the talking like them, if you do one of them, it gives you this big boost, and you can do that throughout the game wherever these flying bits of cloth are. And there's another symbol there. That's the 3 symbols on this level. That's all the 3 symbols. So this is the longest your scarf can be. But it's good to get these ones because that makes the rest of the game. It makes parts of the game easier if your scarf is longer, because it allows you the extra flying ability. And then coming up to the end of the level now, the way to get across this bridge here is to summon up them, and you can float over to these symbols, monuments, whatever you want to call them here, and these are this is basically the end of the level of each level. This is the sign that you've reached the end of the level, and you activate them to advance. So join us in the second part.